Are there events, relationships, or things happening in your life that you don't want? How do you create events, relationships, and things in your life that you do want? When we realize what time we're living in, what's happening, not only in our world, but in the spiritual world as well, we look deeper in the universe's rules. We look deeper in our hearts. Then, we're able to find a path and solution. Let's look at the inside positions a person can live his life from. When a person unconsciously creates his own reality, thinking that someone else is responsible, or it's someone else's fault if a bad thing occurs, then the person is in a victim's position. If we take a look at this topic, then each one of us can choose how we want to live. Sometimes we think the option is very narrow because we do not know our true power. We do not know who we are, or haven't found our true selves. When we are on this road and slowly take a look into these topics, then we're able to move forward step by step and be the conscious creator of our own reality. And so, taking a look at it globally, we can live this life from two positions, from a creator's role or a victim's role. A lot of people associate the word victim with helplessness, suffering, or suppression. But the victim's role manifests itself in a lot of ways. Even people who see themselves as strong and powerful sometimes can still be stuck in the victim's role. This is a big topic, but let's take a look at the main ways to recognize the victim's mindset. A person suffering from the victim's role usually chooses to blame someone else for their failures or for the fact that life is not going as they would like it to. It blames superior forces, people, the government, politics, economy, and other events. Or it chooses to blame itself, feeling inferior, useless, untalented, and blaming God or the universe that it has not gifted them enough with looks, talents, abilities, or luck. Victim mentality people have the idea that they're powerless, the feeling that they do not determine anything, that life is just happening. A person who creates his own reality understands that the reason for everything that's happening with them in their life is himself. It knows life is like a mirror and understands that if he changes himself, the reflection changes as well. It understands that he's able to change, create, and find a solution. It understands that life's happening inside of him. A person living his life from a victim's role can only react to events or create events where he will yet again receive oppression, rejection, or a punishment. Because what else does a victim usually receive? Can you see how this energy of victim mindset works? The one that regrets and lives in guilt is the guilty one, or the victim, meaning it must receive a punishment. A person will attract events that will keep it in a victim state. Are you familiar with the feeling of guilt? The feeling that you are not good enough, perfect enough, talented, skilled enough. Have you blamed yourself for not being a good enough employee, child for our parents, a good enough husband or wife, brother, sister, or friend? These feelings of guilt attract events to us where we receive something like life's punishment because the guilty one is receiving the punishment. The one in the role of a victim is helpless. He can't do anything. He doesn't have the energy, he doesn't have the physical power, and often feels exhausted. He feels empty, weak. He has no clue what to do with his life. He keeps waiting for guidance from the outside, from others. A person like this suffers from a victim's mindset. Main part of changing a victim's mindset and energy is to become aware that, yes, I do blame. I regret. I feel powerless. I have believed that nothing depends on me and that other people are better, smarter, stronger, and have more impact. A person can go to a position where he is his own reality's conscious creator as soon as he takes care of his victim's roles. One of the ways to get out of a victim's role is awareness. Why did I put myself in an unpleasant situation? We often feel like we didn't want it. We didn't create it and didn't attract it. That it's their fault, government's fault, God's fault, or the universe's fault. Anything you blame or put the responsibility on from the outside, it's a signal, yes, a signal that you don't know who you really are. You don't know your power. You are in a low vibration state and practice the victim's role. And with the victim's energy, you create your unpleasing reality. Some people say that evil spirits mess up with their lives and make them suffer. Let's look into this. Yes, there are superior forces. Yes, there is God. Yes, there is the Father, the universe, the Creator. Yes, there are angels. Yes, there is this spiritual world, but they also have their rules. When they can do something and when they can't. There is no chaos in the spiritual world, not even in the demonic world. There are no demons. There are no evil spirits that can overtake the person, influence them, unless he himself has opened the doors for them by being in the very low vibrations, like being drunk, intoxicated, full of hate and revenge, full of guilt, depression, or other unpleasant feeling state. This world doesn't just have black or white, or only two options to choose from. The matrix is like a multi-layered pie, which has an infinite amount of variations. When we turn to our spirit, when we pay our attention to our soul guidance, we can find the third best way to solve any situation. We have been given our spirit and our free will. Use your free will to create your reality. Listen to your spirit to receive guidance. We have to be conscious where our energy goes. If a person constantly wastes his energy on things he doesn't want, then he technically creates and attracts all of that even more. It can be tricky because a person might think, I stand against war. I fight against diseases, but actually, he feeds his energy on that. Let's repeat universal law. Where my attention goes, there my energy flows, and that is materialized. Being scared, criticizing, expressing disgust, even if it's about bad things, you give your energy to that. Now, we can realize why TV and media is full with negative news and why negative things massively keep happening in this world, because we are fed with negativity and scarcity. We watch that, listen to that, and we give our energy to that, so we keep creating the same scenarios. When a person puts his focus, his love, his heart, his intentions, his attention towards things he likes, things he desires, things he wants to receive, then they are energized. That means they have full potential to materialize. While we blame the government, while we blame employers, while we blame husband, wife, kids, the weather, the politics, COVID, or something else, we are a victim. And we can't use this position, this mindset, this energy to create or attract anything positive. When a person understands that he, and only he, is responsible for his own life, that everything depends on his own actions, that he is the creative force, that he has divine energy in him, that it can be expanded. You can grow it. You can use that position to make your life completely different. Evaluate your thoughts. Evaluate your life. Evaluate the way you look at yourself, who you are. From this position, evaluate whether you want to live from the victim's role or if you want to be a conscious creature that creates their own reality. Like a divine particle, a divine being, we can, by extending our consciousness, make our reality even more enjoyable. During these times, when energies are changing, vibrations are rising, the consciousness of people are expanding, it's a lot easier to go through these transformations of letting go of inner victim and releasing conscious reality creator. We can change our lives. We can change our awareness. We can live in joy, love, and happiness. We can be the creators of our own reality. Please like and subscribe to our channel. See you next time.